Hey, it's Brett and Coach here, flying home from Houston to Chicago, so let's get on our plane, but first, gotta head through security. But even before that, we gotta figure out where our terminal even is.
And keep watching to see what made me say this. They seemed extremely hostile for a crew.
Off of the most liminal train ever, think we're in our terminal now. And we already checked in, boarding passes are on our phone, and I have only regular TSA. He is pre-checked, so I will see you after security. We'll find each other. Yeah. Made it through security without a problem. We did see that somebody unzipped one of Brian's pockets, looked at the diving medal and shoved it back in and sent his bag through. So in the meantime, let's head towards our gate, see what we can find for lunch, probably do the sandwich index and go from there. Our plane's at 8:27, and there's an Admiral's Club we will not have access to. Maybe one day we'll have club access, but I am not paying to get in. It's Brett and Coach, not Brett and the Admiral's Club.
This is the Sandwich Index.
$9.39 for a sandwich. They looked fine enough. Granted, I'd rather eat an actual some sort of meal, but for the US, that's not a bad price for a sandwich. Do I still think it's overpriced? Yes, but not a bad option if you're on the go and you kind of know what you're gonna get. So $9.39. Good job, Houston.
This concludes the Sandwich Index.
At our gate, plane isn't here. We do have like 2 hours to kill. Our flight isn't even on the board yet. We're just gonna wander around the terminal for a while. Found the gate so we know where we're headed to in case something happens. And we have had a few notifications of the planes changing gate a couple times just because we are that early, so we'll see where we actually end up. But for now, found the gate. Sandwich index complete. Let's go find food. An airplane we will get on, coming from Chicago. It's another Airbus 319, so a very tiny plane. Gonna be another 3-3 configuration for economy. There's a possibility that it's the exact same plane, just keep doing the same route. Apparently they have like an airport museum towards the other airport here in Houston, but I think this is actually super cool. I love board games, so seeing those with the plane models, if I knew about that, maybe I would have attempted to check it out, but maybe it's for next time.
And we found a place to eat.
My chicken enchiladas and Brian's street tacos.
We were sitting right next to the window while we were eating, so we did a little bit of plane spotting so we could just relax a little bit before our flight and just kind of reflect on the weekend.
Food is done. We're gonna now go head to our gate because it's about 15 minutes until we board. So Brian's just browsing FlightAware, looking at like plane statistics about our flight specifically. When it says this flight is typically 20 to 40 minutes delayed, that's a little scary to hear, but it does sound like the plane will be in the next 30 minutes or so from Chicago. So in theory, unless something goes wrong with the plane, everything should still be on time.
And I think that second plane over there is ours at our gate.
Basically no wait at our gate, and we're about to board. Our group is being called.
American, not a good look for you. I was filming their sign about only the demo video works. Flight attendant went, you cannot be taking a photo of her. I am not taking a photo of your agents. I'm taking a video of your weird sign. To immediately jump to conclusions like that, relax. And that was even before any form of hello. And their announcement system is whisper quiet. How do they expect anyone to hear that when people are shuffling and trying to put their bags up? Legroom seems to be okay at least, but under the seat is very small. Questionable drips on the side of the plane, and that doesn't look the cleanest either. Initial thoughts of the crew, just how they talked about what needs to go in overhead bins versus under the seat, they seemed extremely hostile for a crew. I do understand that it is a full flight. Space is limited. but there's a time, a place, and a way to say anything, and this ain't it. And the plane is having just some general wear and tear, weird discoloration type of thing. Definitely not a new plane by any means. The seat itself is okay. Adjustable headrest, decent cushion. The armrests do feel a little short compared to the seat, but the seat itself seems decently comfortable. Usually not a fan of the net style pockets, but it'll do. A little ripping on it, which just kind of continually showing the age of the plane. Looks like there may be a couple planes ahead of us in line for takeoff. But after watching each one go down the runway, it was finally our time to take to the skies. Safety card, in-flight entertainment and other information, typical movies, TV shows, beverages, that sort of thing, and a waist bag. This may be a little bit of a long flight. The person ahead of me already reclined, and the kid behind me does not have headphones. And the in-flight entertainment does not work. As for the tray table, it's okay. Decent enough size. Looks like they've reset the in-flight entertainment and it should be working now. It had some typical TV shows, but I found it odd that the only movie they had was Up. And they passed out their Biscoff cookies. With the refreshment cart, the staff warmed up a little bit and was a little less hostile. Also, this plane is getting slowly warmer and more people in our row is leaning back, so we are very scrunched and very warm. And a mildly unethical life tip: if you don't want someone to lean back on your flight, get a can of soda early and set it as close to the seat as possible, so when they do lean back, the can stops it from going all the way. So I managed to wedge mine in there so it's not as far back, but it makes it much more difficult to get your soda. And the seatbelt sign has been on for a good while now, even though there hasn't been any turbulence and there has been no word about final descent. We are now 30 minutes away from landing, and there was just an announcement saying it may have a little bit to a lot of turbulence into our landing into O'Hare, that the flight attendants and crew are actually preparing the plane a little bit early, so all tray tables went up, lights came back on, and everyone put their seats back in the upright position. So we will see if there is some turbulence or if it was just a precaution. And before we know it, we were already descending down into Chicago O'Hare with very minimal turbulence, so the landing was just as smooth. This has been an extremely long taxi to the gate, at least 10-15 minutes. We're stuck on the plane still because there isn't a gate agent currently to open the door. Gotta love it. On the jet bridge, and since we don't have luggage, we're all set to head out. So this has been Brett and Coach going to Houston, flying back to Chicago, and I will see you next time in Coach after you like, comment, and subscribe.